Poverty is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quite so thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic with this logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Oh.
Well, hello everyone, we are back, and I don't know if this will be a continuation, a part 2, or its own episode. So, welcome to this episode of Philosophy SMP. That's just in case this will be its own episode. And we are in the process right now of creating this farm. Let's see how much cactus we've collected in our hoppers, and take a look and see what's going on around here. So we've got a variety of things we've got to do today. One of the things we've got to do is we've got to take a load of cobbled deep slate. We've got to get that over to the store because we're getting kind of crowded on that. I was honestly expecting a lot more items to be in our hoppers, but I'm not seeing. I got 11 there. I'm not seeing very many. The issue is if we have a backlog, we run out of bamboo before it can process them all and I can collect the experience. But at least we know it's working. Let's go ahead and build a cage and glass around this. And then I need your help with something. I need you to help me to decide. I'm going to put a gray to match the border. It's going to be a gray box all the way around this, just on the edge. But what texture should I use there? Should I leave it deep slate on these two walls here in the corner, or should I turn it into something else? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think. I will show you what I had intended, and I don't know if we'll stick with it or not yet. We need to go see what's going on with our friends. They're having a chaotic time of it now. Did I want this box to extend? I think I want it to extend to the hoppers. I think I do. So... all right, so that puts me about 1 up, I think, from the cactus. Let's see, that's 10. I'm thinking I want 9, but I'm not sure. Let's just see how that looks. Okay, so you can kind of see what we're going to be doing here. Glass will go on top of that, and then I got to have one more row, one run back here, however high we're going to be doing it back there. You know what? No, I don't think that's right. Because if I did it here and I put glass, it would be right next to this cactus. I think it's got to actually be extended over by 1. I didn't realize that, but that's what it's looking like. Okay, so we've got this done. And what I thought I would do here is I would fill this in with glass on the top. So eventually the front of this will all be glassed in as well, but right now we're just going to do a side or two. This is so much easier to build in creative mode. Now you might have noticed how in the short time we've been here that there's a lot more cactus in the hoppers now than you would have expected there to be. Since I was away so long, you would have expected there to be more because I was gone, but what probably happened was a lot of the cactus went to the side because that glass wasn't in place and that despawned. So now we'll be collecting it and it won't be coming out anywhere. I'm going to go this high because I need to do some construction work here in the front. So I'll put a partial wall here, which will just be enough to control any exploding cactus over this way. And then we gotta look for anything that might snag, and I want to check the text boxes and see what's going on. Hopefully everybody's okay. Well, I can hear him, but I cannot see him. He's right in here somewhere. Oh. Hello, Mr. Zombie. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, finally. That's it? That's all I get? Is this little whatever the heck this is? That's where you spawned at, huh? There's nothing here, man. Well, that was a disappointment. It's so bright up here, the sunlight hurts my eyes. Okay, game plan. Let me get my thoughts straight here. I think what I want to do is I want to take a crate of these, almost a crate of this cobbled deep slate, check the store, check the mailbox, and then I think I want to come back and fill it up with bamboo. I think that's the plan here. Take a bit of a break and then come back and start building. I'd like to get it finished by the end of this recording, episode or part 2 or whatever it might be. I want to get it done. Okay, Boston, hopefully by now I've already given you a sample video, but this is what it looks like right now on the outside of the market here, outside of my store. Let me know if that's dark or bright on your phone. And as I expected, no profits. I'm sure nobody bought any of the other stuff, but I will look. It is what it, oh my goodness. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. All right, here's my potions. Oh my goodness. I actually made some money. Who would have thunk that potions would have been the key? I'm going to have to keep using that, I guess. I was doing pretty good with just the, so each diamond is for 3, so that means we sold 9. Looks like nobody wanted the potion of healing, but night vision is a big seller, so we'll make a whole bunch more night vision, followed by fire resistance. It's my second best seller. I only have enough for 2 more sales of night vision if people want it. I am so glad that I was able to make a little money. Thank you, whoever it is that encouraged me by buying some of these potions. I was worried because I could not find anything anybody wanted, and Boston told me that nobody's going to buy the iron stuff, and so I was worried that that would be true, and it does look to be the case that nobody wants the iron stuff. Is there anything I should buy while I'm here with the 3 diamonds? Not at the moment. I need to save them. I need to make 10 to get a beacon, and then I don't know what else I might need. Well, I feel like my hard work paid off. I'm grateful. And I hope the potions serve the people that bought, or the person that bought them, or the people that bought them well. Don't smack into walls at high speed. That's never going to end well. Get me out. Let me out. I want out. I better not risk any more flying, because if I smack into one of these lanterns, I'll die. The next question is, can I remember even how to make any more of these potion of night vision? I think I know what to do, but I think I need to get some more golden carrots for that. Put my precious away. Diamonds are hard to get a hold of, man, right now for me. Let's go ahead and have a chorus fruit because we can saturate with that. That's something else. Kinda creepy, but it's cool. One more for saturation. That's really cool. All right, let's go and grab some emeralds. I'm going to go, oh, I'll just grab them out of here. I have whole piles of them sitting over here that nobody's going to buy, so I will use them. Then I'm going to go buy a bunch of golden carrots, heaps of them, from a place where I know to get them. That's good enough. That's all I can do. Don't let me forget to check on what Dark Spire's response is. I need to be sure to keep up and make sure he's doing okay. This is really fun. Whee! All right, Farmer John, I would like your golden carrots. As many as you can give me. Well, a shout out to Boston. Good work on the villagers. I assume you've been doing stuff with them because there's some cool stuff going on here. Thank you. So, we are now going to head back and we need to deposit my earnings here. Hey. And our job is very simple. After that, we're going to get some bamboo. And then we got to check the talking and make sure I didn't miss out on any comments from anybody. Okay, folks, so we've reached a conundrum. We cannot get the diamond out of these tools, and each tool is worth a little bit of diamond. A shovel uses 1 diamond, a pick uses 3, an axe uses 3, a hoe uses 2, and a pick uses 3. Sword uses 2, I believe. And then, of course, there's wood. But the wood isn't really important. So I'm wondering if I should charge like 1 diamond per diamond tool. But then I'm losing out on a profit of 2 diamonds. But 1 diamond per tool does make it a pretty attractive prospect for others. Let me know what you guys think. And, of course, the other thing to keep in mind is that if you can get this from villagers, they might just be getting this stuff from villagers themselves. And so they wouldn't need my stuff. That would be extra. So a diamond saves them a little bit of hassle. It makes it more convenient. But is it worth it to them to pay that? I don't know. I was thinking about eating a chorus fruit, and then I realized that's just a little leaf tunnel right over the nether void. I'll probably end up in the nether. Don't want that. No, thank you. So, over this way, we have an entire island of bamboo. Let's go get some. Our goal today will be to fill this shulker box full of it. So we can't go to sleep, but we can work while we're down here and hopefully we'll be safe. Our next part we got to build, I think it's going to be 13 blocks from this edge here. I think it might be 12. I'm not 100% sure. I have to run the math in my head. I might get out some dirt blocks and try to do it that way. I don't know. Okay, so we will have this shield coming down. There will be chests along this row here. Okay, so now we're going to talk this out and try to figure out what we're doing. First, do we put the chests down? And I can't, no, it's not chests. It's going to be furnaces? No. Why did I have chests originally? I have the chest to store the extra cactus. It is chests. Chests and then furnaces, if I can remember correctly. So we'll install some chests while we're trying to talk this out with myself. We'll put some chests in here. Okay, so chests are going to go down there, and then we're going to have underneath that, we're going to have my furnaces going that way. And the chests are the chests have to point straight down, that's right. But I can move them up one if I want. They can be angled here, or they can be angled up there, whichever way I prefer to do it. Let's redo this slightly, and angle the chests different. Do all of this a little different. all the hoses are going where they need to go. Okay. So the next part of the farm is to plant a bamboo thing such that it can process as fuel for all of that. Okay, now I've got a little bit of collecting to do already here in these furnaces. Alrighty folks, so let's pick up this water real quick and try to lay this out in my mind here. We have the chest flush with the hoppers going directly into, and then it will be 9, I believe, from this point right here. So let's get our andesite and we'll start in on this. And then we gotta figure out what we're gonna do as far as the stairwell, because this is going to become a problem very quickly. Now, if I have done my math correctly, that is going to be the correct okay, now let's figure out what we're going to do here with this silly stairwell issue. We can't be jumping down there and getting smushed. I guess for now we're just going to block it off. Okay, so now underneath this, we need to have, actually right along the edge of this first, we need to have a row of dirt. I'm looking forward to this. We're going to have a little fun with minecart. More specifically, a hopper minecart, which I believe I have already prepared. So, why a hopper minecart, you might ask? Well, hopper minecarts can pull through solid blocks. I don't know why that is, but regular hoppers cannot do that. We need to grow the bamboo on this strip of dirt that you see here. And that bamboo has to be sucked off of that dirt block, and we have to make sure that that bamboo doesn't travel anywhere once it gets knocked down. So we're going to add some glass on top of the chest, which allows us to open the chest if we ever need to check them, but it will keep the bamboo sealed away so that it can't escape, as it were. That's the intention here. And you will see the bamboo growing system that we will have very shortly. Okay, so we determined that, so this will be the row of redstone devices, and then this, I need to get out some dirt so I can see it in my head. And then this will be the bamboo. This is the row of redstone right here doing its thing. This is the redstone wiring, and this is to seal the back so that we don't lose anything, which means that our next place for dirt should be right here. If we did my job right, we will have redstone components, wiring, and then the sealed off wall. I believe, I'm hesitant to say it, but I believe we have all the work placement. Okay, now for the next part of the job. Now, while bamboo does not require any water to grow, and same for cactus, and I don't know about the lighting on cactus, but for bamboo, the lighting has to be extremely high, like level 9. So now let's add our lighting for the bamboo. That will be accomplished with more glowstone. Although we do have the ability to purchase some of those sea lanterns and change up our lighting style a bit if we choose. But for right now, we're going to stick with the glowstone. It's what we have. It's easy to use. It's right there, so I'm going to use it. Now, the design you're about to see, I can't take full credit for. The cactus I learned from another YouTuber, and I combined it with my own twists with the bamboo farm. And they were already doing cactus and bamboo farm combos, which may have come out similar to mine. This is what I worked out after, I guess, 3 or 4 or 5 iterations of working it out in my single player world. This is what I came up with, and I like this. So this is what we're using. But I can't take full credit other than for some of the unique twists that I did here. But my particular idea for the lighting, using the glowstone and the cactus, the way I've combined the two farms, I didn't research how anyone else did it. This is my own way of doing it, my own tested kind of methodology going on here. So what's going on here is that we do not want to break this bottom block. What we want to do is when these things get high enough, we want them to, and I should place the piston first because it'll be hard now, but we want the piston to push out and break after the first block. So we're going to put some pistons in here now. So I'm getting tired. It's about break time. I was thinking I might do slabs for the back where I'm going to put the redstone. Observers are placed by where they're looking. That makes my job a lot easier. This is actually the first time I've used redstone in-game on my own, just in a project or whatever. That scared the crap out of me. Ha ha, that happened pretty fast. Okay, well, I've left myself with one problem. How do I get in and out of here? Okay, folks. So how this works is the observer, when it sees something happen, it moves. It not moves. It puts a signal to its back. It looks out where it has a face, and if it detects something move or change in front of it, there's a signal that comes out of its back end. That signal's enough to briefly power the redstone. The redstone, where it's located, is going to work to power the pistons underneath. I believe it'll work even with the slab. Wet redstone usually has to be on a solid block, has to power like a solid block. But because it's a slab, it's a non-solid block. You see how it turned into circles and there's a little wire coming down? That wire is going into the pistons below. And that is what is actually, or I think it's going to the pistons below. It might be coming from the observer. I'm not 100% sure how that works, but anyway, it's powering that and making those pistons move when the observers detect motion, and that clears the bamboo that's been growing, and it will start to be collected very shortly by a hopper minecart. Alright, this is where it's gonna get tricky. I need to put, I guess, the furnaces down first. Then I can put the hoppers into them. So I gotta figure out the right row. So they're going to be coming off of here and facing that way. We're only going to have them on this row. So we need to have them... Okay, let's get our mine cart and our hoppers all running here. Now, if I've done my job correctly, and there's no guarantee that I have, I will be able to come in here and I'll be able to grab out of each of these furnaces whatever amount of cactus has been processed, it'll cook the cactus, turn it into green dye. And that green dye, as I collect it, will gain me experience. And it will be self-sustaining because obviously it's not going to be run out of fuel anytime soon. So into the back of these, I need another row of hoppers. Now, my understanding of this is that anything that goes into the top of a hopper is going to go in to be cooked. So that's the stuff that you're cooking. So when you make a farm or whatever, you want the stuff that's going to be cooked going to the top. The fuel goes into the back of the hopper. I don't know what will happen if you put it into the side or in the front, but I know that behind we'll put the fuel. And on the bottom of the hopper, the furnace. The top of the furnace is where items go to be cooked. The back of the furnace is where items go to become fuel. So when you make a farm, try to remember that. And out of the bottom of the furnace, that's where the processed materials can be taken and put or gathered or whatever. But if I did that, I don't get the experience to go with the materials that are processed. I only get the experience if I leave it in the furnace, or I lock the furnace and don't let it go into a chest till I gain the experience. It's easier just to leave it in the furnace and collect it later. So now we need some kind of a platform for everything, because we've also got to create a rail system. And I thought, you know what, it's a little out of place, but let's throw some bricks in here. I've got all these bricks, I might as well find a use for them, and then I can always move them somewhere else if I don't like them. So now I'm going to lay a track here, and that track is also going to go over here. And yes, we're going to need some more hoppers. I just realized that we have another problem. No, we don't. That's right, we don't collect on that side. We just let the thing run along underneath like it's supposed to. So for this side, we just need, now why is this uneven? No, it's not uneven because it's even with this here. Okay, now this is where it gets kind of tricky, and I'm not sure what I'm doing, and I might need to make some friends. This is the kind of stuff that Star gets giddy about. Me, I'm still trying to learn. So what I want is, that's weird, I'm sitting in the halfway point. What I want is, I want to control the speed of this as it loops around. I don't want it going too fast because I want to slowly collect everything. So I'm going to give it a uphill and downhill stretch that it has to go through, and that'll slow it down a little. But with a loop like this, I'm not quite 100% sure how I want to do that yet. Okay, so now we placed our railing, and I'm trying to figure out where I want the power, and I'm leaning towards putting the power on the ends, but I don't know for sure on that. So the power would be probably just before. Okay, so as I'm thinking about this, I think the powered section really should be somewhere else. Okay, so what I'm thinking is power it before it goes down into the hill. So we'll stick a power segment here. So that will power it before it goes down into this hill. I don't think I want to keep this one powered. Alright, now that's going to present another problem. We need to power this. Alright, I hope I've got this, because I don't know that I do. Okay, so to power this, I think all I need to do is poke a hole here and put a torch in there. There we go. And now if I put my hopper minecart on it, well, let's see what happens. Okay, it needs more power. Yeah, it's not anywhere near enough. Okay, gotcha.